cannot get over what a great job you did with these.
Oh, thank you. Hi. I've been working on talk sprites.
Look at them. Look at them, they're so good. Look at me, I'm a monster snail. Look at this. It's so good.
I had a lot of fun working on yours, especially. I figured out some like brushes and some effect stuff in Medibang to get it to look right, and I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, you really got that, like, inky kind of woodcut feel. Like, really nicely down.
Thank you. I did a lot of studying. Not ironically, I did a lot of tinkering and studying to try to get it to look good. Literally, I had my roommate was like, "Hey, do you have any like brush packs?" And they're like, "Yeah, here's a over 300 plus brush pack for CSP." And I went through like most of them, and yet one in Medibang ended up being the one that ended up working out.
I can tell how much effort you put into this because it looks amazing.
Thank you. And then for mine, I haven't touched watercolors at all since high school, and this month will be my 10th anniversary of graduating high school, so it was fun getting a chance to mess around with that again.
I think you did good.
Thank you. But, hi, I'm Jake. I'm back again with my friend Snail.
Hello.
Snail uses they, them. I use he and they. This is second part for The Liar Princess and the Blind Prince. I'm very curious how this is gonna go. I think I see where some of the foreshadowing is leading, and I've got my box of tissues on hand ready for when it hits.
I know where this is going, and I am very excited.
Like I said, part two. I did update and put all VODs on the channel, so VODs are accessible. So, I now have a like system pattern in place, so that I'm like, okay, I know what I want to do to get VODs up and ready quickly. So, VODs are going to be a normal thing.
Just so folks know, I am getting over a bug that I had for like 5 weeks. I'm fine, but I still have the cough. So if I suddenly mute myself, that's because I am hacking up a lung, and I don't want to afflict your ears with that, okay?
Totally understandable, my dude.
Cool.
I might be slightly lower energy because I had problems sleeping last night, but what else is new? When do I not have problems sleeping? So I'm hoping. I do want to go back to that one. Game's a little loud? Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, let me know how volume sounds. I think I had it at -10 before. If not 12. I'll just pop that up. But yeah, let me know volume, like how does Snail sound, how do I sound, how the game sounds. I can't think of anything else to say. So I really want to play the game. So where did we leave off? Right. So we were in chapter 4. I know we had helped out a goat family that the prince. Oh right, now I gotta remember all the buttons.
Right, we had just recently learned how to tell the prince to go someplace, which is nice and would have been useful earlier.
is the same as the attack button. I remembered that
Yep.
because it made me sad.
Oh, these guys. I don't like these guys.
What's up?
There's a part of this section that you have to get through basically by just running really, really fast in order to get an achievement. It's like a pacifist achievement where you don't kill any of the monsters.
Oh.
And those... Actually, real quick, am I allowed to swear on this?
Yes,
okay.
absolutely.
Those flying cockatrice-looking fuckers will hide in the dark areas. And then just sort of lunge out when you're almost out. And I hate them. I hate them so much. Actually, I love most of the monsters in this game, but...
Alright. Oh, I see what you mean with the dark places on the map.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy. This is gonna be fun. You.
See? See? It's there, lurking.
There. So, am I able to pick a thing up?
Not.
No. Okay.
The prince needs to pick it up.
Okay.
Which is why it's very difficult to do when you're trying not to kill anything.
Right. So... Okay.
Oh, if you're not right on top of it,
Right. It's
yeah.
picky about position. Right.
mhm.
So let's go grab fire. God damn, the colors here are absolutely gorgeous.
Just the art in this game, in general,
Mm-hmm.
is beautiful.
Just fucking
And
stunning.
do you see what I was talking about earlier about how it's not super saturated despite being very colorful?
Yeah, it's very... I don't know if I would say pastel. No, pastel isn't. Just... Yeah, it's very...
It's muted. It's muted.
Yeah. It's desaturated. I'm gonna keep... Or did that... Oh. Let's see.
There is indeed something over here. It's going to be very difficult for you to find it without the lantern light. You can do it. I've done it. But it's not easy.
My guess is it's probably a flower.
And this part is terrible for backtracking too.
Oh, okay.
You can do it. You can do it.
Mm-hmm.
But hey. So now you need to light that. And you need to just stay on top of it so that you're not running down the clock. And then run over here. And there it is. And you need to go jump up a little bit, I think it is. I'm trying to remember.
Oh.
So I can't hear the game audio. Did you possibly manage to run into this crevice earlier?
I ran into it, yeah. Oh, so it was, the golden leaves.
Yeah, the petals.
Okay. Oh, fuck, right. That's still a bad height. Got it.
Yep.
I'll get my bearings on this game again. Wait.
Actually, officially they're petals, but I also think that they look more like golden leaf. I do kind of wonder if that's a translation thing, even.
Yes. Position, right? You'll land back on the mushroom and won't die. Okay. I see other stuff up there.
If you jump that way, you will not be able to get back here, just so you know.
Shit.
Oh.
Fuck. Getting the rust off, you know how it is.
Yeah. I'm actually a little hesitant to give advice after last time because I clearly didn't remember it as well as I thought I did.
Did I let go of your hand? God damn it. Trying my best not to accidentally call Tears for Fears, God!
They are. Oh, and this is the first time you run into the moonlight mechanic that was referenced way back at the beginning of the game.
Oh, right. The moonlight, you will absolutely turn into a wolf.
Yep.
Right, okay.
Which means, underneath that moonlight, you
Oh.
cannot hold the prince's hand.
Right, so I'll have to command him to walk.
Alright, did you not want to go back and... Okay.
Oh, hey, Morphe! Ah, thank you!
Aren't they great?
I did a lot of tinkering and experimenting to try to get the vibe right. So I only go this way.
There you go.
Oh man, I can... Previously, I was able to at least a little bit get a look.
No. No.
Oh. Oh god. Where am I? Oh.
Ta-da.
I see. I understand you complaining about, the flower achievement now. Because I straight up don't know how you would get the prince over here. Oh,
So you don't get the prince over here, you get yourself over here.
ah.
And now you have to get all the way back without getting into wolf form. Can't see. And those cockatrices will attack you. I'm actually not sure they're cockatrices. Knowing this game, they're probably just called, like, wrens or chickens or something. Hey, you did it!
I don't know. Sweet.
I remember right, in half bloom means you found half the flowers.
Oh, wow. Cool. Did it break the side there? Oh. Well, then the back half must be a lot harder when it comes to finding flowers, and I know I definitely didn't get all of them.
姫は王子の手を引いて 洞窟を進みます。
The princess led
い
the
つ
prince
も王
to
子
the
に
dark
危険が
cave.
少ない道を歩
Despite
く
her
ように
best
注意している
efforts
姫です
carefully
が、
guide him,
この
the
時
ground
は
that
運
he
悪
was
く
standing on
王子の足
collapsed.
元の地面が崩れてしまいました。王子。姫は王子の手を握っていた手に力を込めます。
Prince! The princess
でも、
seized his hand, but
か
could
弱い
not
姫
lift
の
him up
力
in
で
her
は
current form.
王子を引き上げることはできません。狼の姿に戻れば簡単に王子を引き上げることができるでし
She
ょう。
could rescue him easily in
でも、
one
そ
form,
んな
but
ことをしたら
if her hand, still holding
王子の
his,
握る姫の
turned
手
into
が
the wolf's,
みるみる狼
no,
の
she
手に
was
変わったとしたら
she
王子
desperately
に嘘が
tried
バレ
to
てし
pull
まい
him
ま
up,
す。
her entire body
姫
shaking.
は震える手で必死に王子を引き上げようとします。でもそれも長く続きません。姫は力尽き王
Unfortunately,
子の手を離して
she
しま
couldn't
い
do
まし
it
た。
any longer. She ran out of energy and unwillingly let go of his hand.
ドサ
Boom!
と姫は慌てて王子が落ちた先を覗き込みます。
Let me just be a wolf and carry him, please.
少しくぼんだ穴の中で倒
Oh
れる
no!
王子の姿。
shouted the princess. She looked where he had fallen and saw him lying in a small, shallow hole.
姫の頭は真っ白。息も止まりそうです。ですが王子はすぐに体を起こし
And her heart
大丈夫
filled with
という
dread.
ふうに手を振
The
りま
prince
した。
soon sat up and waved. He was perfectly fine.
幸い崩れた地面は低く大きな怪我
The
はしては
ground
い
that
ない
had
ようで
given way was hollow.
す。姫は
So,
ほっと胸を一なで
the prince didn't suffer any injuries. The princess felt relieved.
だけど姫は自分の手を見つめます。
But
そこには
the
王子を
princess
引
looked
き上
at
げ
her
ることも
hand,
できなかった
feeble and tiny
非力で
hand that
小さ
couldn't
な
help
手。
the prince. She
姫
began
は
to
これ
feel
から先
uneasy
も
about keeping
ち
him
ゃんと
safe
王
in
子を
the
守ってい
future.
けるのか不安を感じ始めるのでした。
Oh, y'all sorted out how to get him out of that hole? Okay, cool.
Okay, this is a really cool section because if you look carefully, none of this is terrestrial.
Mhm.
This is all if you go back up just a little bit actually, you will see whale skulls
Oh yeah.
and
Oh yeah, there's fish bones right here.
fish bones, yeah. And what looks like dead corals.
Mhm.
This whole area is like this underground section. The name of the area references this too. I can remember. Actually, if you pull up the stage select, yeah.
Oh, the blue
Yeah,
ocean
Blue
of Yore.
Ocean. Mm-hmm. So this is an area that apparently used to be under the ocean.
I wonder who wished for the ocean to go away. Damn, I didn't know we were playing Subnautica again. I thought, oh man, Jay's still at work. What? Oh no. Yeah, I was.
Excuse me.
I was thinking, like, looking at these guys here, the wiggly guys. We got some in the front.
Yeah.
They remind me of correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not good with names, but I think crinoids.
Crinoids? Yeah.
Crinoids. Okay.
They do look a bit like crinoids. They also look a bit like certain kinds of anemones or basket stars. There's a couple different things that have this kind of body plan, but I think it's interesting that you brought up crinoids specifically because, of course, crinoids are very ancient. They're like one of the better known fossil type critters. I can say words.
You know, Lily from Pokemon.
Lily from
I love it.
Pokemon, yes. And there's this sense that this place has been almost abandoned. And they even call it the blue ocean of yore, like this was an ancient ocean, but it's still, very oceanic. It's almost like frozen in time, and it's just a really fascinating environment. And all the different environments in this monster forest put together, I wouldn't say that they tell a clear narrative, but they're really interesting in terms of world building because it's such a strange, surreal conglomeration of different things.
Yeah.
And it really makes you ask questions about how it got this way and just sort of the history of this place.
Yeah, I don't know if it would. I guess it sort of does qualify as like environmental storytelling and just the world building implications of all of the locations we've been to is just really fascinating. I'm going to. Are you going to be nice? Can I talk to you?
That's what they do. That's their whole thing.
Holy shit! I love that! Oh my god! Just yeet! Oh shit, hey Joy! You tossed the princess? You tossed her like a afflicted ball? Will you toss the both of us together? Oh, sick! Okay, cool!
So that's the main gimmick for this area.
I'm a chuckster? Fuck! That's so good! Here, let me scout ahead real quick. I'll be right back, bud. Oh, hey!
Shoot.
It's one of yours!
It is possible. Oh, yeah. Hey.
Is that a cousin of yours or something?
I'm not sure.
In fact, Snail gave me a bunch of different snails. I know how to do buns. Snail has a very specific snail that they normally have for their for their avatar, and but we were talking like, oh yeah, if what they call a turtle is a turtle in this world, a snail's not gonna look perfectly normal.
Look at the really big one in the background.
Ooh.
I love that. I love the ornamentation on these shells too.
Yeah, I was bringing that up because he showed me a couple of shells that almost were a little bit similar to this, just less cartoony stylized, and I find that really cool.
There are so many. Uh-oh.
Oh, thank God.
Fortunately, there are so many mushrooms. But there are so many, so many different kinds of shelled gastropod in the world. And they are so many shapes, and they do so many different things. And everyone should just do themselves a favor and go look up some cool...
Oh.
Uh-oh. That's not great.
It's okay, we're right over here.
Yep. And go look up some cool snails. And see just how variable they can be.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yes!
I personally, for avatars, I like to have avatars based on periwinkles, littoral periwinkles, meaning they live in that sort of like intertidal area mostly. I particularly like marsh periwinkles, mangrove periwinkles, zebra periwinkles, and cloudy periwinkles. But there are so many snails out there.
Oh, baby. You want to befriend some snails? Good news. There are so many. There are so many friends out there for you to make.
And I'm resisting the urge to just start talking about different kinds of snails in the world. Because if I start doing that, I will not shut up. And we're not here to talk about snails. We're here to talk about wolves and princes and emotions and very pretty art.
But also, if I'm like just concentrating on like platforming and stuff, you are welcome and encouraged to go off about snails, because I love fucking. Because honestly, I'm learning when you start going on snails. I've only taken like I took a marine bio class in high school, which, you know, it's high school. It's South Florida high school even. I mean, we almost got to dissect a squid, which would have been interesting. But that ended up not working out.
That's unfortunate.
Wait,
We did.
I think I know what to do. And falling
Whoops.
is not part of the plan. But
That's okay. It happens.
sometimes you just gotta get a little bit. Go.
Boing.
That's a fun just interaction of her just putting back on her little crown while getting chucked. God!
It's very good.
Video games are good.
But it's hard to make any like definitive IDs from something so stylized, especially when very different snails can have very similar looking shells. But I do kind of wonder if those are supposed to be turban shell.
Ooh.
Which would be neat and interesting, given that this is a Japanese game. It's made by Japanese devs. Because turban shells in particular are there's a legend about them. Which is it's following the theme of things that are old. They get old enough that they turn into something else, which is a pretty common theme in Japanese folklore from what I've seen. That if a turban shell gets old enough, it becomes this very powerful ocean spirit. It's kind of like a dragon mermaid thing. And it's pretty cool.
That's really neat. Okay, process. Yes!
Mew.
Is there? I guess the flower that's here is. Oh wait, no, I get.
So
There wasn't. Okay.
yeah, there isn't a flower in every stage. If you look at the stage select, you can see which ones have flowers.
Okay, yeah, so I've only missed 2 so far. And probably Hollow Tree Hill, excuse me, I'm guessing is probably the, one where you can just straight up skip the entire level.
Yeah, that's the one where it's like, hey, there's this really difficult bit here that you can do if you want. Don't you want to jump into the hole and...
It's like, I do. Another day. When I get... oh, when I'm... Not that one. Whoop. Oh, you're on... Hold on, I have to scout ahead, bud. Oh, okay, so there's gonna be 5 petals each stage. Okay. Is there something here that's going to trick us? Ooh! interestingly shaped. They like,
Yeah?
yeah. It's like, whoa.
It's very distinctive. I won't say it's like accurate anatomically, but you can tell very much that that is supposed to be a beaked whale.
Yeah.
Nothing else really has that facial shape.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it reminds me of a dolphin, but then I'm like, do I actually know what dolphin skulls look like? I'm not sure.
Guys, I don't like these guys.
I'm very curious what those fellas are called.
See, there's more of them hanging out up there. Did you see? Okay, they're gone.
Oh, I apparently got another petal. Heard the little ting of a bell. I'm still immensely happy that finally managed to send that little bell that my roommate wanted to give to Frankie over to him.
It's pretty exciting.
It is so much higher pitch in recordings than in real life.
I think that giving Frankie more noises is just an inherent good,
Yes.
and you should do it whenever you can.
Yes, so that happened because one of my roommates was watching Kiki Hearts with me, and are you smaller than me? Is that... Wait. Are you smaller than me?
He is not smaller than you.
Okay. Sorry, buddy. Oh, I think I know what I gotta do. Are you back? No? Okay. A roommate was watching the Kingdom Hearts VODs with me because, especially when we're all crunching together, I tend to put them on the TV. You just chill, Prince. Don't worry about it. Wait. Oop. Did I want to do that? Hopefully. And just one of the episodes that had Tinkerbell in it. My roommate was like, he needs a better Tinkerbell voice. Hold on, I have little bells. And so just pulled out this bag of like 3 different bells that they have. What the fuck is going on here?
I feel like that's the correct response to this bit.
Okay, there's a lot being set up here.
Indeed.
So, is that a pit of death? Or are you a...
It's not a pit of death, but you,
Okay, I'm gonna go back because I feel like I've probably gone too far. Whoop.
afraid of that.
Wait. I think I saw something.
I remember getting stuck exactly here
Ah, dang
because
it!
I was scouting ahead, same as you are.
How far are we into this one? It's fine, I can deal. Right, will I go back to just the beginning of Slumber of Memories?
No, you'll go back to the beginning of, well, wait. Yeah, you'll go back to the beginning of Slumber of Memories.
Okay. Oh, or I can do that. Sick. That also works. Like, wait, if I'm unsure, I can just do that. Yeah! Right.
It's here. And I really love this combination of the cave imagery and the ocean imagery.
Damn, they got some mega quartz over here.
Yep, they sure do.
Okay, right. You can do this pacifist?
In theory.
If you're good.
Pacifist runs in this game mostly consist of running very, very fast.
Probably, like, really knowing the like, patterns.
Yeah. Like, pacifist runs, I think, are functionally just speed running.
Neat! Good news, speedrunners! You don't have to fight anything in this game if you want to go for speed. Sometimes I think about like how rhythm game speedruns would work, and like I remember there used to be some glitches in Mad Rat Dead apparently where people were able to like glitch out of entire areas and not have to do the stage. I'm just like, okay,
Pretty great.
that makes sense. That sounds typical of what I would assume. So what happens when you do this? Okay.
So, this area here is mostly just to give you an idea of what you're looking at here.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Although, I think if you turn into a wolf and jump, you'll also get a pedal here.
Oh, that makes sense. Oh, no, that's a rooftop.
So yeah, this is just so you can see what's going on here.
Okay. So, stay here, stay safe. I was gonna say read one of your books, but then, right.
We'll get him some audiobooks. It'll be fine.
I wonder what kind of podcasts you would want to listen to.
I mean, probably gardening podcasts, right?
Yeah, gardening.
Gardening and fairy tales.
Mhm.
He'd probably really like the Hidden Almanac.
Ooh. Okay, so those aren't. Oh. Oh.
Get up there, because that's not what you're supposed to do.
Oh. Just watch them over time to set up. Oh, okay. I thought what was being held up top there was like 3 more of the bricks. So it's just like, why do I want more bricks? I have them falling down already. So what do you think these guys are called? Because, like, on one hand, I would think, oh, they're Yetis. But then it's like, no.
No, they've got to be some mundane animal that maybe sort of resembles them if you squint. I'm gonna say... Bobcats?
Bobcats. Yeah. Bobcats or lynxes would be a fun sort of deal. World's most thumbed dog. Oh my god. Damn, these bitches polydactyl. Good for them.
Yeah, they won't try to throw you if you're. Oh, that's a bad.
Okay. At least it's funny.
They won't try to throw you if you're in wolf form.
They're not strong enough. Oh, yeet!
They will try to throw the prince regardless. The prince is very yeetable.
Oh, okay, so that's just a trap. Okay.
Yep.
They know your fucking secret finding.
暗い洞窟を慎重にゆっくり進んでいると穴ぼこだらけの不思議な場所にたどり着
Yeah,
き
you
まし
know
た
your princess? Yeah, we tossed her into a pit. Yeah,
穴は
sorry, they had to
岩場
restart
の
the
至る
stage.
ところにあり暗闇の中でぽっかりと
While
口を開けてい
traversing
ます
through the cave, they came across a strange area filled with many holes, which looked like gaping mouths in the darkness.
真っ暗で不気味な
Love
穴
this
から
bit just for the
何
expressions
か
of
危険な
everyone
ものが飛び
involved.
出してくるかもしれない 姫は
I know
王子を
they
守るよう
a
に
little bit have
穴の前
they
に
have
立
some
ち
amount of limitation because they're using
穴の
this
中をじーっと見つめました
really obvious puppetry type of style for the sprites and all. So it's really fun to see the ways that they like push it so that they can get a lot of expressions, and I really dig it. There might be something dangerous in them, the princess thought. To protect the prince, she stood in front of one of the holes and peered inside it.
すると
Birds!
うわ
Then,
穴という
God,
穴
it's
から
birds, it's birds, it's
黒
birds.
くて小さな生き物がわらわらと這い出て
Everyone
くるではあり
run,
ま
it's
せん
real
か
birds hours.
気がつけば姫と王子は無数の黒
Tons
い
of
生き物
small
に
black creatures
すっか
emerged
り
from
取
the
り囲まれて
holes.
しまいまし
The
た
princess and the prince soon found themselves completely surrounded.
ただならぬ姫の様子に王子は姫の手を強く握り体をこわばらせました
The prince, sensing the princess's alarm,
Oji,
seized her hand and
動
braced
かないでね
himself. Don't move, the
姫は
princess
王
said,
子に声を
ready
か
to
けな
fend
が
off
ら
the creatures.
突然現れた黒い生き物たちの動きを警戒します
Meanwhile, I go outside and the giant family of corvids that live in the pine tree in front of my house get startled. Yeah. God, have I told y'all about... I think it's either the crow or the raven that, like, has learned to mimic the sound of locking your car.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And so just through the night, sometime I'll just hear the... or something like that to him just like, ah, they're back.
でも彼らは鼻のようなところをピクピクと震わせるだけ
The nostrils?
何も
They
して
got
こない
nostrils in them?
害はないのかな
But
姫
the
が警
creatures
戒を
only
緩めよう
twitched
とし
their
たその一
nostrils in
瞬
curiosity. Maybe they're not harmful? The princess said, just as she turned her back.
王子のそばにいた黒い生き物一匹が
Of course.
ぐわっと口を大き
Never
く
trust
広げます
birds.
I just want you to appreciate this face that she's making right here.
She is so fucking done with this. She's going to suplex these birds. The creature next to the prince opens its mouth wide. Oh, is this
食べ
like...
ちゃダメ
Oh, I bet it's sort of like a
寸出の
booze
と
from
ころで
Mario
気づいた
type
姫は
scenario where if you have your
黒
back
い生き物
turned.
に向かって飛びかかりその生き物を突き飛ばし
Don't
ま
eat
し
We
him!
already had
た勢いよく
we already had the booze from Mario, remember?
Right!
岩の壁で頭を打ちつけて涙を浮かべます
Don't eat him! The princess jumped at the creature and pushed it back, sending it flying into a rock wall.
頭にタンコブができてしまった黒い生き物はピスピスと鼻を鳴らして悲しそうにつぶやきました
The creature, now with a lump on its head, started to cry.
花いい匂いおいしそう
Flower
どうやら
smells good.
この生き物は王子ではなく
The creature
王
only
子の持
wants
つ
to eat
花を
the
食べようと
prince's
したみたい
flower,
でした。
not the prince himself.
王子は声を頼りに黒い生き物の方へ近づこうとします。あ、王子、危ないから私が
Prince
話を
tried
聞
to
くよ。
approach the crying creature. No, prince,
黒い
it's
生き
too
物が化け
dangerous.
物
Let
だ
me
と
do
隠
it.
したい姫
The
は
princess offered, not
黒
wanting
い
him
生
to
き
know
物の
that
中の
the
一
creatures
匹
were
と
monsters.
小声で話を始めます。自分たちはモグラだと主張するこの生き物は目はあまり見えない代わりに鼻が利き、
The creature
いい匂いのする花が
quietly told her
大
that they
好
were
物だと言います。
moles. Moles?
They do. I agree that they look like birds.
Moles?
Yep.
I guess that explains the holes, but oh, Joy, you should see what they call a turtle. You should see what they call a turtle.
Also the goats.
And the goats. The creature quietly told her that they were moles who lacked sight, but had an excellent sense of smell and loved flowers.
洞窟に花は咲きませんが、時々風に乗って外から花びらが舞い込むようです。
Flowers don't bloom in the cave, they said, but sometimes the wind carries in flower petals.
それがモグラたちにとって最高のごちそうなのですが、めったにないことなので、いつも
Flowers are
激しい奪い合いになりま
favorite,
す。
but since they're so scarce,
それによっ
fight over
て死ぬモグラが出ることも
some moles have
珍
even
しくない
died
と
as a
か。
result.
姫は彼らの正体がモグラだということは隠して王子にその話を伝えました。
Hiding that the creatures were moles, the princess relayed their story to the prince. I'm not entirely sure why she just hid the fact they were moles when he read about all sorts of critters, so...
そうなんだ。
Excuse me. I think she's just got it really
これは大
ingrained
事な
that
もらい物だ
humans
から
hate
あげられないんだ。
monsters so much.
ごめんね。
Because
王子の子
she
供
hasn't really
モグラたちは
had anything happen to her to like disabuse her of that notion.
Right, that's...
And the prince is absolutely terrified of one specific monster that mauled him, which is her, which is sort of coloring things. So I think she just assumes that if the prince knew they were monsters, he would flip out.
Right, I was just, that makes sense. I was thinking, like, do all moles look like this? Did all the moles become this?
Because this is tenuous.
Yeah.
But because there is a game that is sort of a spiritual sequel to this one.
Oh.
Wow, I can say words. The Great Hero and the Cruel King.
Okay.
Reverse this actually, the Cruel King and the Great Hero. It takes place in another setting that is also full of monsters, but the monsters are a slightly different style. You could argue that they're like sort of a tamer style. While the human characters are pretty much identical. I think this forest is just kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
I think this is a weird place where weird stuff happens, and I think that everything that lives here has gone extra monstery.
Yeah.
That is my personal opinion on this.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It definitely feels like with like the fact of the witch and everything. I feel like yeah, this forest specifically has, you know, things that are extra a little bit nightmare fuel. I say
Little bit.
affectionately.
Little bit.
Oh, I want to share my flower, but it's too important to me. sad and made high, pitiful squeals with their noses.
その悲しそうな音を聞いた王子は姫に提案します。
Because getting you flowers is hard
こ
enough,
の
my
人たち
guy.
のためにお花を摘んできてあげられないかな。
Why don't we get flowers for them? The prince suggested. If I'm not trip over my own
姫
tongue.
も王子にあげたプレゼントを
The
モグラ
princess
たちに
agreed.
食べられたくありません。
Let's do it. Let's go look for flowers.
わかったわ。花を探しに行きましょう。二人の言葉
I
に
am definitely not
モグラたち
stalling.
は大喜び。
Not at all.
風に乗って舞い込む花びらを道しるべに
The mole stopped
二人は
crying
花畑を探しに出かけます。
Following the petals riding on the wind, the two set off to find another flower field. But yeah, I definitely overall was thinking, like, we have no reason to believe that all animals are like how they are in this forest, especially given the witch and what we do know. So I feel like maybe no. Wait, mushroom. Oh, thank God! Thank God for mushrooms. Sir, my guy, my dude, my friend, my pal, my son, please. Please! Okay, there. Thank you. Creatures out there.
Yeah, sometimes you have to be kind of careful with your positioning.
Yeah.
And look, everything here is dead. This place is an oceanic graveyard. And I really like how that fits with the moles living here. And they love things with sweet scents. Do you think anything down here, like, has a sweet scent?
Not at all.
Look at this. This place smells like rock and salt.
Oh. Man, and like with all the salt too, there's probably like a fair bit of somewhat preserved, you know, old flesh type of deal because of.
Possibly, but we mostly see clean bones. And I think just living in this place that is beautiful, but has almost no scent, is actually a little bit more, like, impactful for the moles who are nearly blind but have a very good sense of smell.
Like, I want to check out that element in the background better, but it's a little hard with the lighting.
Yeah.
It's
It's
not
cool though, right?
Yeah, it's not enriching enough for the bowls. They need a pumpkin full of flowers. God. I am in fucking love with the being tossed mechanic. I love it. I love it. It's so goofy.
It's fun. One thing I like about this game is even if you play everything perfectly, you and the prince are both going to just sort of land on your faces sometimes. And I kind of like how that illustrates how vulnerable you both are in human form, particularly contrasted with the wolf, who never lands on its face. I have a lot of thoughts. thoughts and feelings. Uh-oh.
It's fine. It's fine. I didn't get sent back too far. Thank you. Ma'am, how did you do that on your feet? Alright, little buddy. So we're probably need... Yeah, okay. Yeah. But where did... Buddy? Where's the lantern, buddy?
This is another reason why these dark sections are a huge pain.
Aha! Okay. Go back over here. Keep hold of the lantern. And do this. And do this. Do this. And do that. Come on, let me hold your hand. Thank you. Okay. Mother.
Oh,
Oh, holy shit! That was so lucky. That was obscenely lucky. Holy shit.
you can do it. Reset that timer since Yeah, you have to just, like, keep the button held down.
I do, I swear.
It's okay, we got him back.
Yeah. Yeah, we found our boy. We might have left him for a couple weeks, but it's fine. It's fine. He's fine. He wasn't left alone. We left him with a friend, and thankfully they get along really well. And they were telling stories to one another. And both of them were learning about, you know. I wonder, will that work? Probably not. Oh,
Ta-da. Lanterns do in fact count as weights.
cool. Let's, okay. Huh.
However,
However, okay, let me scout. Whoa. What does that do? Oh! Nope. Yes! They do a lot of fun things with the physics in this game.
don't they?
That was really cute. These guys are just chucking these things. He's having fun.
I feel like the controls themselves are sometimes a little bit shaky, as you've noticed.
Yeah.
That's a thing. Unauthorized fucking thing.
Booyah bomb now!
But the way that they use physics in the game is, I think, a lot of fun.
Yeah.
especially given the sort of 2D storybook style.
It's like you wouldn't expect them to be playing around with the physics in a game like this, but then it's just like, actually, you know what? Okay, we'll wait for next ride.
It's in the rain,
What was that?
Oh, a very old reference. Do you know,
Were
Waiting
you-
for the Bus in the...
Yeah, I was gonna say, were you muttering "Bus in the Rain"? Yes, no, absolutely. I listened to that song so many goddamn times. There weren't any other songs I'm pretty sure I listened up to and through at least the first 100 episodes of Welcome to Night Vale back when they were releasing, when those were all new. And I think Waiting for the Bus is probably the song, the weather. Really? Damn, that's a tight timer.
Yep.
Oh man. I think that was my favorite, and now the weather, out of any of them, because that's definitely the only one I can remember. Maybe if I go back into me old playlists, some of them are actually, Welcome to Night Vale contributions, but not that I can quite recall. Oh man, okay, yeah.
Just barely.
Yeah, damn. What am I missing? I wonder. But yeah, today's stream title is mostly me a little bit wanting to rewatch the... Speaking of other podcasts that were popular on fucking Tumblr, I kind of want to rewatch the My Brother and Me TV series. Because damn, Clown Box. There's so many lines from that goddamn show that God damn it. Live in my...
You had the right idea, though. You had the right idea.
Yeah. But yeah, so many quotes from that damn show that live in my head rent free.
I never, trouble with podcasts because of, like, sensory processing issues. I pretty much only listen to podcasts that have, transcripts available.
And they didn't start transcribing theirs until way later.
Yeah. But I did, follow the Adventure Zone for a good long while.
Just barely.
Yeah, if you just made that last jump,
Yeah.
like the first time around.
Yeah.
But you can do it. You can do it. You almost had it.
One more again. Speaking of fucking McElroyisms. Which I'm sure it comes from someplace else, but that's where I know it from. Do you know the story of the one time I went to a Taz live show, Snails?
I do not. You need to tell me right now.
Okay, so it is July 11th, 2017. Is the day after one of the worst days of my life. The passing of Chester. And yeah, I had picked up tickets for my partner at the time and I to go see the Taz live show at San Diego Comic-Con that year. And so apparently Puz went to the Nabim Bam show that accompanied it either the day before or after, so we just barely didn't cross paths with that. But the main thing that I love to tell the story about is that, okay, so there's they're playing some old dungeon that is meant as like a training exercise thing, and it's actually like a video game version of it basically, and it starts glitching and goes into other video games that the person who made the system has played, with one of them being Big Bass Fishing. So they glitch over into Big Bass Fishing, and they need to go catch a big bass. Travis, Justin, and their pops, being who they are, especially Travis, wanted to cause problems for Griffin.
Of course.
So Travis's character goes into the water and tries to fight the big bass with a rapier.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And
That sounds right.
And so, because he rolled bad, the big bass swallowed him. And so my partner and I in unison yelled, "Vor!" And you can hear that on the recording.
That's great.
So, there's a recording of the one time my pal and I got to kink shame fucking Griffin McElroy in public. Because again, it was 2017, so Amiibo Corner was still like relevant. There might have been a couple other people who yelled it, but I definitely know we did.
Honestly, given the likely audience, I feel like somebody had to.
Yeah.
Just like you're at an Adventure Zone live show. It's going to happen.
If you're gonna do something like that, Griffin, you gotta know the consequences. Come on. You've set up this bed. Now lay in it. I don't think I did that saying correctly at all. Oh my god!
It's alright. You'll get it.
I literally have my thumb just hammered down on the button. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. What's going on? You led your horse to our, now push it in. Let Big Bass eat it! No. Ha!
Yes! You did it!
What did that do?
Congratulations.
Was that okay? I guess that was mostly just for it. The satisfaction of getting it, I guess.
ようやくたどり着いた花畑を前に姫は思わず
Go lay on the
息を
floor
止め
now.
ました
I'm
見
fine.
たこともないような色鮮や
The
かな
princess
花が一
gasped
面に咲き乱
upon
れ
arriving at the flower
夕
field.
日に照らされて
Every color
静かに揺れていました
even more radiant by the setting sun.
これまで見た花畑の中でも
Beautiful sight she
特別
ever
綺麗で
laid her eyes on.
姫はその光景に見とれましたいい香りだね姫うんとってもこんなに素敵なお花畑 見たことないわ本当に僕も見てみたかったな
Really? Oh, I wish I could see it.
姫は少しの間目を閉じ胸いっぱい花の香りを楽しみましたそして
Princess
王子
closed
に
her
もこの景
eyes,
色を見せてあげたいと思いました
wishing she could show this to the
じゃああの人たちのために
Okay.
たくさんお花を摘んでいこっか。二人は両手いっぱいに花を摘み、モグラたちの巣に戻るのでした。
They gathered a lot of flowers and went back to the cave.
二人は両手いっぱいに花を抱えてモグラの巣に戻ってきました。モグラたちはたくさんの花に大
I
喜
don't know if
び
they
です。
call themselves moles, maybe.
今か今かと待ちわびたモグラたちは
I wonder if maybe they
飛び跳ね
started
たり
as birds and then
駆
started
け回っ
calling
たりして
themselves moles, but if
二
they
人を
call
迎えま
themselves
した。
moles, then probably the mole came first and the birdification came later.
I would be really interested in somebody who speaks Japanese
Yeah.
taking a look at this. Because
We should bother bugs.
we should bother bugs. We should go poke bugs.
I mean, I literally will this evening. I have to go pick up some stuff. The moles were ecstatic at the flowers the flowers the princess and the prince had brought. They began to jump and run around the pair, clamoring for the flowers.
今順番に配るからね。姫はモグラたち一匹一匹に花を配ります。ですがあまりのいい匂いに我慢できなくなった一匹のモグラ
Heading
が
out now. The princess gave a flower to each mole one at a time, but one mole was anxious and couldn't wait any longer.
パクリ。姫の持っていた花に
Chomp!
かぶりつきました。
The mole sank its teeth into the
驚く姫をよ
flowers the
そに
princess was holding.
モグラはう
The
っとり
princess
し
was
なが
taken
ら
aback,
美味し
but
そ
the
う
mole
に
didn't care
Mogo
and
mogo
started
口を動かし
chewing
ます。
on the flowers.
美味し
What
い
if I rattle you? What if I rattle you?
美味しい。
Huh. I didn't expect Om Nom Nom to be in this game.
Yeah,
Huh. Okay.
花を受け取ったモグラたちは香りを楽しんだり食べたり大好きな花を思い思いに楽しんでいる様子。嬉しそうなピスピスと
The
いう
moles
鼻
had
歌が
already received their
あちこち
flowers
から
and
聞こえて
began
きます。
consuming them in earnest. Happy humming could be heard all around the cave.
王子はモグラの一
alright,
匹
so
の
everybody
話を
did
し
get
ている様子。
flowers.
Yeah.
足りなくなったら頑張って取
I
りに行ってね
remember. Oh,
You first.
go on ahead.
と花
I
畑があ
remember
る
when
場
I
所を
first
遊
ran
んでいる
into
様
this
子。
scene. I was so worried that the mole that just ate a bunch of flowers was going to like kick off a new mole flower war like the one they talked about earlier on
Right.
when we first met them.
Right. Yeah, I was like, oh, I was like, oh, wait, there was others in line, kid. Dude, please, no, come on. But I guess they picked enough so that everyone was still able to have enough.
Yeah.
The prince was off to the side, telling one of the moles about the location of the flower field.
ありがとうありがとう。
Wait, oh, I
俺
just understood
したい
the
ゆっくり
parallels
していっ
going
て。
on here. Because
そう言っ
the
て
moles and the
洞
prince
窟で
both
採れる
can't
不思議な食べ物を運んできます。
see the beauty, but
姫
still
と
have
王
the
子は
feelings
喜んで
of appreciating
モグラ
it.
の言葉に甘えることにしました。
There's also the parallels of destroying beauty that goes along with the princess. I see what you're doing there, game. Lays on the floor. Or at least that's what she's worried she does.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you could just argue these little things are her anxiety incarnate. Little things.
Like I said, she sees herself in the other monsters,
Yeah.
and that is part of what makes her hostile to the other monsters.
Thank you so much, said the mole. Why don't you stay here for a bit? The moles then brought out some food for the princess and the prince, who were extremely grateful.
その夜
That night.
二人は花畑にもう一度来ていました。
They returned to the forest.
初めに来た時に集めた花は
The princess
全部
wanted to
モグラ
give
に
a
あげてし
special
まったので
flower to the prince.
王子にもとびきりの花をプレゼントするために夜はもう深く時折雲間から差し込む月明かりと
Oh no. They're
王
putting
子の持つランタン以外
they're
に
putting focus on the
明かり
lantern.
はありませ
Oh
ん。
no.
その光に照らされ
The lantern
花畑は静かに
illuminated the field.
幻想的に輝き
Light
ます。
could occasionally be seen peeking from behind the clouds.
姫はこの花畑で一番だと思った一輪の花を王子に手渡します。
As the princess gave the
そしてそのまま
prince, she
王
took
子の手を握りました。
these sweet stars in return.
王子もはにかみながら姫の手を軽く握り返します。王子の手から伝わる心地よい体温を感じながら姫は化け物のこととか嘘のこととか不安なことをすべて忘れて
The prince's hand.
このままずっとこうしていたいと思いました。
It's like this forever.
そう姫はこの時すっかり油断していたのです。
For a moment, the princess completely let her guard down. Which is never a good
黒い
sign.
雲間から月明かりが差し込み
It's the
照
moon!
らしました。
When the moon hits your eye, makes you. Yeah, I can't read Wolf to make that work. The moonlight appeared from the clouds and shone on them.
月明かりが差し込んだのはほんのわずかな
It
時間。
shone on them briefly.
王子の手を握る姫の
But
手
that
が
was all that was needed for the
狼の手に
princess's
戻ってしま
hand,
ったのも
still holding the
ほんの一
princess
瞬。
to change into the
それでも
wolf's
王子に刻みつけられた恐怖の記憶を呼び起こす
shivering
には
feeling coursed
十
through the
分な時間
prince's
でした。
hand.
王子の手を一瞬包んだぞわりとした感触。
I think you're cutting out a
そ
little
れは
bit.
確かに王子の
Yeah,
腕
at
を
first I
塞いだ
thought it
化
was
け
just
物が
my end, but your talk
王
sprite
子
isn't
の
moving
腕に
either.
残したあのおぞましい
okay.
感触と
Uh,
同じもので
maybe
し
I'm
た。
being too quiet when I'm reading it.
王子は恐怖に叫び出しそうになるのをこらえます。
It was the feeling of a monster that had both slashed the prince's eyes and gripped his arms. He tried not to cry out in fear.
でも
But
どうして
why?
どうして姫の
Why
手
had
が
her hand changed
あ
into
の
the
化け物と同じ
monster's?
手に変わったの。王子は信じがたい気持ちで
Yeah,
い
I
っ
was
ぱいで
using
す
a
が、
quiet voice.
確かに
that
自
makes
分の
sense.
手を握る姫の柔らか
The
い手
prince
が
couldn't believe it.
化け物の手に変わっ
Could
たの
she
です。
be?
もしかして姫は化け物なの？
Ugh.
王子は姫の手を振りほどき、
The princess.
姫から距離を取ろうと
She's
し
the
ます
monster? He scrambled away from her.
王子、これは
Boy, that lantern
違うの。
sure is animated.
姫は懸命に言葉で取り繕おうとします。
Don't like that.
でもその言葉は
Don't
王子
trust
には
that.
届きません。
Vibrates anxiously. Wait, Prince, it's not. She tried to explain, but her words fell on deaf ears.
姫、来ないで。王子はなおも後ずさりま
No,
す。
don't come any closer.
目の見えない王子は
Prince moved
そ
further
の背後
away,
に崖があ
not
る
knowing
ことな
that
ど
he was near the edge of a
知る
cliff.
由もありませんでした。
Buddy.
王子、危ない。崖を踏み外した王子に姫は飛び
Watch
つき、
out!
なんとか王子
Princess
の腕
leapt
を
at
つか
him
みま
just
す。
before he fell and seized his hand.
王子の手からランタ
Lantern
ンが
he
滑り
was
落
holding
ち、
slid out of his
崖
grasp
下へ落ちてい
and
きます。
tumbled down the cliff. Also, there goes his crown. Rip.
王子、
It's just that, that's
反
fine.
対の手も伸ばして。落ちちゃうよ。
Prince,
ですが
give
王
me your
子は
other
うつむ
hand
い
or
た
you'll
まま
fall.
動く様子は
The
ありません。
prince hung his head and didn't move.
姫、嘘ついてたの。何を言ってるの、王子。それよりも待ってて。
Did you
今
lie
引っ
to
張る
me?
から。でも
What are you
か
talking
弱い
about?
姫の力では
Hang on, I'll
王子
pull
を
you
引っ
up.
張り上げることなど
He
できま
was
せ
too
ん。
weak to lift him to safety.
姫は本当は化け物なの。
Are you really a monster?
違うわ。きっと気のせいよ。お花が触れたのを誤解しちゃったんじゃないかな。
No. It's just your imagination. Maybe you got confused when I gave you that flower?
狼に戻れば王子を引っ張り上げることは簡単です。そう分かっていても
The
どう
princess
しても王子に本当の姿を知られたくない姫は
risk him knowing that she
嘘を
was
重ねることしかできませんでした。
blinded him.
王子、お願い、手を伸ばして。姫は必死に王子のもう片方の腕を掴もうとします。
Please, take my hand.
王子は
She
何も言わず
desperately tried to grab at the prince's other hand, but he did nothing and continued to hang his head.
間の悪いことにその時、月を隠していた雲が晴れ上がります。月明かりが崖の上の二人を照らし出します。
The clouds hiding the moon vanished, bathing the two in pure moonlight.
全身をたっぷりと月光に包まれた姫の変身はすっかり溶けてしまい、
The
言い
spell
訳の
was
しようも
broken
ない
on
ほ
the
ど
princess.
完
She
全に
fully
狼の化け物に
reverted.
戻ってしまいまし
She
た。
had no excuse now.
あ、これは違うの。二度も自分の手を掴む姫の手が
No,
化け物に変わりました。
No, it's not.
王子の
Prince
疑い
felt
は
a beastly paw
確
holding
信に
his
変わり
hand.
ます。
His suspicions were confirmed.
なんで嘘ついてたの。
Why did you lie?
もはや狼には言い訳の言葉も嘘も思いつきません。
The wolf couldn't think of anything to defend herself.
月、
What?
嘘つき。
You liar!
手を離せ、この化け物。
Let go of my hand, you monster!
それは狼にとって王子から一番聞きたくなかった言葉です。
The
その
wolf's
言葉は
eyes welled up with
狼
tears.
の心を強く
His
殴り
words
つ
had
けま
cut
す。
deeply into her. She could barely
息
breathe.
が苦しくなり、
Nothing had ever caused
視
her
界が
heart
涙
so
で
much
歪みます。
pain before.
しっかり王子の腕を握っていたはずの手は緩み、化け物の手を振りほどこうと暴れる王子は狼の手から離れてしまいます。
Inadvertently loosened her grip, and the prince swung his hand free.
そして崖下へ落ちてゆく王子を狼はただ見つめることしかできませんでした。
All she could do was stare at him falling down the cliff.
狼は王子が消えていった真っ暗な森を見下ろし立ち尽くします。
The wolf
何も
kept
考
staring
える
at
こ
the
とがで
spot
きず
where he had fallen, her
ただ
mind
呆然としてい
completely
ました。
blank.
どれくらいの時間が経ったでしょうか。やがて真っ暗な森の一部に
After what
Patch-patch to
seems
akai
like
hikari
an
ga tomarimashita.
eternity, a red light shone in the dark forest.
それはみるみる広がり森は赤く染まっていきます。
Soon, the forest turned
崖か
crimson.
ら落ちていたランタンの
The
火が
fire from the
森に
fallen
燃え移っ
lantern
て
was
しまった
burning
の
the
です。
forest.
木々が焼ける音で狼ははっと我に返りました。
wolf snapped out of her river area when she heard trees burning. The prince is in danger. I've gotta help him.
炎は次々と周囲の木々を巻き込み、勢いを増します。
So remember how she is terrified of fire?
体を焼く熱を
To the point that she can't hold the
炎を怖がる
lanterns?
本能で
Yup.
足がすくみました。
Flames engulfed more trees and rapidly spread. The wolf instinctively wanted to run away.
怖い怖い。体は震え、涙が溢れました。
Her body trembled.
それでも
She hated
王子が
fire
いな
more
くなっ
than
てしまう方がも
anything.
っともっと怖い。
If the prince died in this blazing inferno,
王子。狼は炎の恐怖と戦いながら燃え盛る森へと
Prince!
飛び込んでい
Summoning
きまし
all
た。
her courage, the wolf leapt into the burning forest. Can I still? I can.
Yeah, it's only while you're in the moonlight.
Right. The wording on it made it seem like it could have been,
Yeah, there's actually a lot of awkward phrasing in this game in general that, again, makes me wonder about the localization.
whoop. Oh, okay, it looks like there might have been something down there. Oh well. I was right at the
I'm
beginning.
glad you did that because I did that too, and that makes me feel slightly less stupid.
Yeah, no, it absolutely looked like that there was like a cavern down there.
Mhm.
Like, yeah.
It's like, ooh, secrets? Secrets? No death. Burning death.
Mhm.
Everybody's favorite kind of death.
Oh, that actually worked, okay. But yeah, I think I mentioned it before, but I feel like there's some awkward phrasing also in Mad Rat Dead, so I feel like, you know, it's same team and all. Makes sense that that would still be a common bit. I see.
So, I can't actually hear the game sound right now. But I do want to point out that I think all of the music in this game is very good and very well suited to each environment that you encounter it. But if you listen in particular to the music playing in the fire sequence, it does this really great job of being very tense while not being very high energy. And it carries this sense almost of despair with it. That I think is really well done for this particular scenario. Just like everything is bad. And you're anxious, but even if things go the best that they possibly can go from this point, you feel like they can't really get better. Like, the best case scenario here is that the prince doesn't die, but he still hates you. Which is, of course, exactly what she's been afraid of this whole time. And I know that I am making more of a literary thing out of this game than might entirely be called for, but I think that the music really matches that tone very, very well. While still being very much in keeping with the rest of the setting.
I feel like considering this is also a dev team that has absolutely done, you know, a game focused on music, because it is, in fact, the same devs as Mad Rat Dead, I don't feel like it's reading too much into anything to say, yeah, no, it feels like they put particular thought into, I see, into the music.
Yeah, this one is very much a timing puzzle, and if you get it wrong, you die. Well, if you get it wrong enough, you die. Okay, can I make a suggestion? I think you're actually rushing a bit too much. When you get on top of that one, think carefully about where you want the next one to be.
There we go.
Then make your move. There you go. I know, for most of this game, the key is to keep up with the rhythm of it. But with those jumping puzzles in particular, you have to pay very close attention to where things are and where you want them to be. Lame overlay at the bottom, too.
Are you moving at all now? That one is not. Or, wait, is it? So I think I need to pull this one down. Okay, I see.
There's also something really striking about how in this level you spend the vast majority of the time being the wolf.
Especially when so many of the other levels have had you focused on, you know, being the princess so that you can actually hold the prince's hand. Please don't make me redo the jumping one, please. Oh, thank God.
And you're seeing all these guys that have not been in the same environment before,
Yeah.
and it kind of drives home how everything is trying to get out.
Yeah.
You know, obviously it's still trying to kill you, but
At this point, it's a little bit self-defense mechanisms because everything's on fire, literally.
yep. Not only do you spend most of your time as the wolf in this level, but in those parts where you have to be the princess, the level design really emphasizes the vulnerability of that form. Like, all the utility of the princess form is gone now. It's just a liability.
Yeah, the only utility at this point is just, oh, I'm small enough.
Yep.
Get back here.
Unauthorized fucking things.
Get out of here. I have a lap to save. You.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so this probably. Yep.
Okay, the good news is they can't actually get through that little
Okay.
bit there, so you can wait closer to the edge. What a cool design for them, right? Like, they're very clearly boars, but look at them.
Yeah. Yeah, like, oh god. Like, I love the choice of putting, like, a fire motif thing on the roots of the tusks. Oh, wait, the mane's probably supposed to look kind of fire-like, though it also overall just reminds me of, like, the flowiness of, like, Hisui and Zoroark.
It
Which,
mostly just looks like a wild, matted mane of fur, I think.
but also definitely the edges look, burnt up.
Mm-hmm.
How do you possibly get through this part in a pacifist run? Dunno! I don't think I'm good enough at platformers to do something like that.
Yeah, you're not doing a whole lot of flower collecting in this level.
Right, I was just making sure I got all the leaves as well.
That makes sense. Sorry.
No, you're okay. That is still also a funny thought. So that goes over there. There's obviously something over here.
If I bring the prince a lot of flowers.
If I just bring him a whole garden, that will surely make him like me. Ah, I see. Okay.
Don't think it's this bit, but we are coming up on another bit. Oh no, it is this bit, I think. That I had to redo over and over for achievement reasons.
Ah. That's always fun to hear. Okay, so I'm guessing you probably yeet me leftwards
I mean,
into that little bit that
They already yeeted you up there.
Right, but there was also stuff over that away. No?
Okay, I'm just gonna tell you, I thought the same thing. It's a lie.
Okay.
It's a lie and a trick,
Okay.
and it will murder you. Up
Understood.
here is where you want to be.
Ooh, new thing. What is this fucking thing?
It's windy.
I see. It's fucking Wimdy! That fucking fox is always in my goddamn brain. Nope. Fuck. Nope. Fuck.
And that is what happens if you try to get him to throw you left.
Gotcha.
It's somehow more distressing with the fire overlay.
Yeah. Okay. At least I didn't.
Close call.
There we go. Thank you. Cycle. Okay.
And just like it hindered your jump previously...
Oh. Oh, okay. Just rubbing myself against the wall, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. This is part of the plan. Huh? Oh, I see floor. I like the steel drum and the music here too. Yeah.
Yeah, this bit is mean. Because you have to land right on that mushroom.
Right. Oh! Got it!
It's not...
Oh.
I understand the urge, but it's not worth it.
Understood, boss. Played myself, got it. Bloodlust came over me. Understood. Didn't go left enough.
I will say I'm very glad that it loads back right before this
Yeah,
bit.
they knew. They fucking knew. Ah. I chugged some tea. Oh, Arizona raspberry tea, my life fuel.
I have pomegranate juice. I feel very fancy.
Oh god, pomegranate juice is so good. Yes!
Okay, no, these you do want to take out. Well, actually, you're good now. I don't think they'll come that far. A move.
Don't touch me, don't touch me.
You're doing it. You're doing good. Keep going.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah, so if you had been slightly slower,
Yeah, boar.
boar, yeah.
Oh baby, it's boar time. My brain was like, oh yeah, if you do the right things, you can fucking, projectile attack that thing. I'm like, no. No. That's not how this game works, Jake. Brain slightly too mad-ratted.
It's okay.
Ah,
Oh, this is the bit.
I see. Do you understand that you're a jerk? Is this one not turnaroundable? Or am I just timing badly?
It turns around, it just turns back very fast.
Let's just go there.
You have to get it while it's windy, because it will turn back the minute that stops.
Yeah. But,
Fucking bit.
I see.
Well, the good news is that the blocks over there are infinite. Ask me how I know.
only wonder. One, two. Don't ask me how I figured out the 1-2 count would work. I didn't. I guessed. I was lucky. Ah!
Well, it was still a very nice save.
I'm fine. Video games! I'm fine. I like to play up things for dramatic effect. I'm fine.
Spit this specific puzzle.
We are in the bad manners section of this game. Tits. Really? Really? Really?
I think it's kind of a miracle that the wolf hasn't just eaten these things already.
Yeah, like, is the only reason you're not doing it, are they like pufferfish or something? Mother! Wait, did it actually go? No, okay. You're a cunt. No. Whoop, oh, okay.
Are you ready for part 2? Because we're not done yet.
I think I'm good at juggling these things. I'm taking a bite of my pizza.
That's good. That's a good thing to do. Maybe also drink some more of your tea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, Naesora.
Oh, hello! Sorry, you caught me with my mouth full because I got bad at a puzzle. Oh, I didn't hear that one go off. Are my alerts not going off? Oh, they should. Huh. Maybe I was just mad and I didn't hear it. That could have very well been. But hi, welcome to Liar Princess and, I'm going to bite something. And the Black Prince. These two kids are having a bad time. And I want them to have a better time, please.
But first we have to get past this puzzle.
Yeah, but first we have to deal with block puzzles. Fuck! What do you mean it's 2019, I still have to do block puzzles? I'm not playing Soul Reaver, goddammit! The original Soul Reaver has a shit ton of block puzzles, but that's also from 1999. So, you know, it was still new to have like 3D platforming.
All right, part 2. And this specific puzzle is engraved in my mind in the worst possible way, and now it will also be engraved in yours.
Yep, I'm sick.
Congratulations.
Hey, I'm glad you could come join us, Neasur. And also, I hope you're able to get better soon. It sucks when you get sick.
Yeah, I'm getting over a bug too, and it's not fun. It's not fun to be sick. It's also not fun to be, like, recovering, but still kind of gummy. Because you feel like you should be better than you are.
Why do you keep hitting it backwards? Please start.
So I hope we are entertaining.
If you want to start going off about snails while I work on this fucking puzzle, go for it.
Alright. What kind of snails should I talk about?
Tell people about the periwinkles.
Alright. So I really like periwinkles. And one reason I really like periwinkles is they're certainly not, exclusive in this regard, but, littoral periwinkles especially, because there's a bunch and not all of them are littoral, often exhibit a high degree of phenotypic plasticity. Now, phenotypic plasticity at its most basic, bare-bones definition just means the ability to adapt to your surroundings. And you might be thinking, well, that's not special. Literally every living thing on Earth can do that. That's how life works. But sometimes you have an organism that can travel vast distances as a juvenile, but not so much as an adult.
Oh yeah,
If you,
there's a lot of marine examples, I just can't remember names.
there are a lot of marine examples, because lots of things have juveniles that live in the plankton, in the ocean currents, and then they settle out somewhere else. But an interesting thing about this is if you have an organism that it stays in one place and its offspring also stay in that one place, then you tend to get that organism being very well adapted to that specific place over time. You got something, you got a plant, it lives in the swamps, all of its offspring live in approximately the same area of the same swamp. It gets really good at living in that swamp. And it might not be so good at adapting to sudden changes in that environment, but if the environment itself is mostly stable, then it gets really well adapted to that specific environment and very little else can compete with it. If, on the other hand, you have something that can move very easily and move large distances, then all it has to do, if it doesn't like where it is go somewhere else. You've got a deer, and it's in a forest, and then something happens to that forest, like, say, a great big raging wildfire caused by a distraught prince and poor fire safety. The deer can go somewhere else. The deer can go to a new
Yes! I'm sorry for interrupting. Yes!
No. This is cheer-worthy. Congratulations, you have survived.
Please finish what you were saying. It was in fact very interesting, and focusing on it honestly helped me. I don't know. It was like how Splatoon the other night, whenever we started bitching about other shit, we started playing better.
Alright then.
But you were explaining phenoplastic
phenotypic plasticity.
Yes.
So the problem is if you can end up in a lot of different places, but you can't just leave if you end up in a bad place, then you need to be good at adapting to wherever you end up. And this is where phenotypic plasticity comes into play, because what's going on is actually there are these organisms that... Oh, wait, this is important.
Okay.
狼はやっと王子を見つけ出します。
After desperately searching the burning forest, the wolf finally found the prince.
王子は燃える木々に囲まれ、今にも炎に飲み込まれそうになっていました。暑い暑いと必死に助けを求めています。
You're fine.
Surrounded by fiery trees, he fearfully cried out for help.
狼は王子を助けるため、ボーボーと燃え盛る炎に近づいてい
The
きま
wolf
す。
carefully approached the prince.
She's so distressed.
He's so upset.
狼が王子に声をかけます。
Hey girl. Prince, I came to help you, she said softly.
姫。王子は狼へどんな言葉を返したらよいかわかり
He
ませ
didn't
んで
know
した。
how to respond. She was the one who had destroyed his eyes.
今命がけで王
She
子を
overcame
助け
the
てくれ
fear
ま
of
した。
fire to save his life.
だけどこの目をつぶし姿を偽った憎く怖い化け物でもあります。狼も王子へかける言葉が見つからず、真っ
Neither
赤
of
に
them
燃える
said
森の中、
anything.
二人は
They
黙
only
って向
stand
かい合
near
うこ
each
としか
other
で
as
きま
the
せんでした。
forest burned around them.
その時です。バキバキと木々が倒れる轟音が聞こ
Soon,
え、
we
森
heard a
全体が大きく
ferocious
揺れまし
roar
た。
from far away. The burning trees fell and shook the entire forest. They looked at where the roar had come from.
轟音の下方向に目を向けると、遠くの方、森の
Now we're
木
getting
々
into
が揺れる
birds.
ほど大きな怪物が
Speaking of
光
things
に
that
満ちた武々しい
hyper
方向を上げながら
hyper specialize into
立ち上がろう
niches.
としているのが見えました。
It had come from a great monster that towered over the trees. It roared again, its roar filling with the utmost fury. Neither the wolf nor the prince had heard such a frightening monster before.
こんな恐ろしい怪物は見たことがありません。
Hold on,
森
all
に
those
住む
things
生き
living?
物や化け
Okay.
物たちは皆パニックになり、
There was
怪物のい
commotion
ない方
around
向
them.
へ一
Lots
斉
of
に
living
逃げ出しま
creatures
した。
scurried and hurried away from the monster. What pretty design on that cauldron.
Like the broom. I don't know if you can see it very well. It's just behind the prince.
Oh, that's what that is. I was like, is that tied up sage? But now I see the broomstick. I see what it is now.
Mhm.
Oh, oh. God. Fucking adore the art. Just want to shove it into my mouth.
Right?
I'm so glad they have an art book. Honestly, yeah, look at all these little guys. Wouldn't you want a trippy eye-covered book in your collection? I know I do. There's actually, God, that reminds me, back in high school, when I was still taking art classes, before I got into a big fight with the art teacher over fan art. Smiles. Angrily. Anyways, we had to take a book, and an old book, and like paint on the cover something relevant to the story, or the title, more accurately. So I don't remember exactly what the title of the book that I ended up grabbing was. It was from like a pile of really old, maybe not really old, but a bunch of old books that I guess she got from a thrift store or something. I don't know. And I ended up painting an anatomical heart on the cover. backside of an anatomical heart on the back as well. So that sat on my bookshelves in high school.
I mean, that's cool. I like that.
You know, 17-year-old edgy Jake. I've always been like this.
逃げ出す生き物たちの中には魔女の使い魔たちの姿も見えます。
Items from the witch's
魔女
collection
の
were
使い
among
魔たち
the
は
shouting and
何かを
panicked
叫びながら
voices.
逃げていました。森の魔女がお怒りだ。愛するコレクションを燃やされて昔のように大暴れ。
Yeah, she was
もうこの森はおしまいだ。
The witch of the forest is furious, one of the creatures yelled. Her collection was destroyed and she's on a rampage, just like back then. The forest will be reduced to ashes. Whoa.
それを聞いた狼と王子は顔を見
Don't
合
know
わ
if
せ
they're
ます。
mimics
For
or
those,
you first.
あれは
for those who may not know, those critters are most likely supposed to be Tsukumogami. Which, remember when I was talking about how there's a trend in Japanese folklore of things getting really old and then turning into stuff, other stuff?
Yeah.
Tsukumogami, I hope I've got the right name for that, I'm pretty sure I do. Are household objects that have existed for long enough that they gain a sort of sapience of their own and they become little household spirits, usually not happy ones. It tends to be like if something served a household faithfully for a very long time and then got treated like garbage, it gets mad at you.
Right. That tracks for other tales like that I know of.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're
Real
probably
quick
not mimics. They're probably just straight up those items.
Yep. It is worth noting I am not a Japanese folklore expert, and if somebody who is tells you that I am wrong about something, you should listen to them and believe them.
Yeah.
But I'm fairly certain about that one.
That sounds about right. That from what I do know, but I also could stand to learn more. The wolf and the prince turned to each other. The witch of the forest, the wolf pondered. It's my fault her things are gone, the prince said.
うん。
Oh, that's the
で
dog's
もあんな
fault.
怪
Okay.
物どうやってやっつければ
Why is that little high-pitched noise? Oh,
狼
dog's
は怪物
okay,
になっ
okay.
た魔女を倒す方法を考えます。
The dog really
だけ
likes
ど
to
どう考えて
lay
も
under the
あん
table
なに大
that's
きな
in
怪
the
物
living
には
room.
勝てそうにありません。
How can I defeat her? The wolf thought. It wouldn't be easy to triumph over such a terrible monster.
王子を連れてここから逃げないと。などと狼が
She
考え
considered
ている
taking the prince and running away.
と、姫、魔女に謝りに行こう。思いがけない王子の言葉に
Princess,
狼は
let's
耳を疑いま
let's
す。
apologize to the witch. The wolf was startled at his suggestion.
謝りに So-
Apologize?
悪いことを
You
した
do
ら
bad things.
謝
You
ら
have
ない
to
と。
apologize.
悪いことをしたら謝る。
If you do bad things,
狼
you
は
have
王
to
子の言葉を繰り返しま
apologize.
す。
The wolf repeated.
早く行
Come
こ
on, said the prince.
う。姫、
Princess.
狼は少し考え込んでいましたが、やがて強くうなずきます。
The wolf hesitated and
わかっ
nodded.
た。わかったよ。王子、
Right,
行こう。
let's go.
I really like those two different tracks that they're thinking was going down. Like, again, this is not, you know, the world's greatest storytelling ever, but I like it. I like this illustration of the excuse me, the differences between them. Good grief, sorry.
Oh no. Went down the wrong pipe or something?
No, I have that lingering cough.
Oh, right.
And I've been muting myself, but that time I was, like, mid-word.
Right.
Just this very different background, this very different way of thinking, these very different priorities. And I like that. I really like that this one little bit encapsulates the differences between them so well.
Mhm.
And the influence that the prince has had on the wolf is nice.
Yeah. Oh! Huh? Oh, okay. Sorry, bud. Oh, okay, I see. They were pressing down the button and now that... Okay, I get it, I get it. Yeah, any secrets over there? Probably not. Right, no. The fucking forest is on fire. We need to get moving. Do not break. Well, I guess I have to break.
The world's worst elevator.
Only goes down! Right. Everything is 1, 2, 3.
Oh, hey, look, flowers! Isn't that great? You can give the prince flowers. This is clearly the right time for this.
That was great framing. I'm sorry. That was a surprisingly easy one. Oh god? I see!
How do you feel about some Plinko?
Oh, fuck me. Huh? Oh my god, almost. For the love of God. Alright, you wanna go back to snail talk?
Sure. Alright, so we're... Oh, right. So, for these organisms that can end up in a range of different places but can't move after they've settled, it's important to be able to adapt to the different environments they might end up in. And one strategy for this is to actually have genes that you can turn on and off
What?
to give yourself the ideal phenotype to survive in a particular environment.
What do you mean just fucking turn genes on and off? Excuse me?
Right? It's I love that reaction.
What?
Because it really turned our understanding of genetics on its head a bit.
Yeah.
There's this... It's fortunately fallen out of favor in actual scientific communities, but you still see it a lot in, like, your basic high school science classes. That's not ideal.
Oh well.
Is this idea of nature versus nurture, that they're these two entirely separate forces often accompanied by the idea that one of them is more important than the other, and there are debates over which one. But really, when it comes to biology in general, everything is a squishy, interconnected mess. And this is a good thing. This is the best thing about biology. This is why biology is the best thing ever, in my opinion. So they can change. This is why it's called phenotypic plasticity. They can change their phenotype, which is the expression of the gene.
Yeah, phenotype instead of genotype?
Yeah,
there's another...
The genotype is like literally the genes that you have.
Meanwhile, phenotype
and they
is
are not,
physical. Or at
yeah,
least that's
how
I remembered.
Yeah. And they're not editing their genetic code. They're just changing how it's expressed. Like, the genes are still there. But, for instance...
On and off? What the fuck? Excuse
Right?
me, snails? What are you doing down there? What are you doing? How did you do that? How did you figure out how to do that? What the hell?
So for instance, you have Echinolittorina zigzag, which is also interesting because there are 3 different snails that are 3 different species that are so similar that you can mostly ID them according to where they were collected.
Ooh.
But if you just have a bunch of these snails without the collection data, you don't know where they came from, the only way to reliably tell them apart from each other, and it's like 3 different species, is genetic analysis.
Oh, wow.
But the Echinolittorina zigzag complex, these snails have 2 morphs that they can switch between depending on the environment they're in. You're not pausing for me, are you?
No, I'm scratching my face.
Okay. And one of them has sort of a smaller, narrower shell with a smaller aperture. Or, sorry, with a larger aperture, proportionally. And this morph tends to live in high surf areas, in high wave action areas. The smaller shell and larger aperture makes it harder for them to get washed away because they stick better to the rocks. And the water moves around the shell more easily. However, yeah, that's not ideal. However, it also makes it easier for predators, especially like crabs, to crunch them. But crabs don't tend to be very prolific in these high wave action areas. So it's an ideal setup for if you happen to be like on the surf side of the shore. It'll help you stick to the rocks better. However, if this same type of snail ends up in calmer waters, where it doesn't have to worry as much about being knocked off of a rock, but it does have to worry about predators like crabs, it will develop a larger, rounder shell that has greater structural stability, and a smaller proportional aperture, which makes it harder to get into the shell and pull it out. So it's got these 2 forms that it can take, depending on what's the bigger threat, the action, the wave action, or predation. You can do it.
Yeah, I got it figured
You
out.
got
It's
this.
just a little bit timing.
Yeah. And you can take snails from the same the same like egg group, you can put them in these two different environments, and they will develop according to what the better body plan for that environment is. And you can also take snails that have developed correctly for a particular environment and switch them. You can switch their locations, and they will start growing the other way.
I'll get this. But what? That's fucking wild, dude.
Isn't it? And there have been studies done to try to figure out what the trigger is. Again, not just for these guys, for the zebra periwinkles, but also for others. Like, for instance, what is it? The dog whelk. There's been a bunch of studies on dog whelks, which have a very similar mechanism. If you're looking for something more northeast coast. And the conclusion they've come to is that there are a couple different things that can trigger this transformation, but it seems to be mostly predicated on the presence of the predators. So they'll kind of default to the high wave action body plan if nothing else is going on. They do tend to go towards a more extreme version of it if there's like less in the way of resources like food. Because it's also just a slightly more efficient use of resources if you don't have enough resources.
That's when you get through that. Okay.
But the main thing is that the presence of... Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out whether this counts as, like, gory or not. The presence of, like, certain chemicals that you get in the water if one of these snails has been crushed is something that will trigger the crab safety form. Because if a crab is eating snails, then those chemicals will wind up in the water. And another thing that can sometimes trigger it, if I remember right, they haven't really come to a conclusion on this one yet, but I have been out of the loop for like over a decade, so they might have, confirmation or denial of this at this point.
Oh my god, barely. Holy shit.
You made it! You're not dead. Is actually the presence of the crabs themselves leaves behind a kind of scent in the water that they can detect.
I wonder if it's like the crab pheromones. Is that a fucking thing?
And it might be. But yeah, that's
Sci major and not very good at bio.
But yeah, there are snails that can change the way their body plan works and their shell shape in order to better suit a certain environment. There are other examples of phenotypic plasticity in snails, like there's ones that can change the color of their shells to better suit light or dark environments.
So is like
to
what
improve their camouflage.
So is what okay. Is what we see with like squids and octopi with their high camouflage abilities, does that count as phenotypical plasticity, or is that like a different mechanism thing?
No, that's a different thing.
Okay.
Because they're not changing, they're not like switching
on or off
stuff on or off. They just do that.
Okay.
That's just a thing that they can do.
Okay.
And they're not really changing the way that they grow or changing the way that they develop, which is more what's going on.
Everything's fine.
No, that is in fact a completely different thing.
Okay.
Although I would be very curious about whether there are phenotypically plastic traits in certain cephalopods, because again, you tend to see these plastic traits in organisms that can end up in a wide range of environments but wind up stuck there once they're there.
Right.
So that would be interesting.
Okay, so move, buddy. Move. Oh, you can walk against it. Let's fucking go.
Oh dang, there's a hawk outside.
Oh shit. Sick.
Yeah.
Just to figure out that puzzle. Let's go.
Woo. I like how everything is on fire, and the witch is a kaiju, and I'm just here talking about snails.
So everything's right in the world. If Snail's talking about snail— oh Christ, okay, it's Moth Pit Hour, I see. No! My guy! My boy! Please! Please toss him up, thank you! Holy shit! Does my laugh at all go through?
Yes, a little bit.
Okay, good, because like I saw my Tuck Sprite not moving. I'm like, really? God. Thank you, oh Mosh Pit. Please get out safely.
Another favorite of mine, the mangrove periwinkle, is a snail that farms.
Oh, right, you've talked about this before, I think, or at least I've heard you mention it.
So mangrove periwinkles live on certain kinds of seagrass, and there are actually a lot of snails that have these very particular close associations with certain seagrasses. Although this is more of a salt marsh grass than a seagrass, actually. And for the longest time, people assumed that, as with most of these very close associations, this fucker.
Ah!
I cannot believe you got that. Nice.
Neither can I! Oh god, it's
You're
a trick.
gonna wanna
It's a
keep
trick. It's a
moving.
trick. It's a trick. It's a trick. It's a trick. What are you doing down
Apparently leaving us alone. I'll take that.
there? Okay.
So for the longest time, they thought, like with most of these close associations with a specific species, okay, this snail is feeding on this specific seagrass.
Oh,
It's
for
specifically
fuck's sake,
adapted to
really?
feed on this specific. Are you kidding me?
That's where I die! Really? Oh my god, I have to do the ride again.
I am so sorry, Jake.
Keep going.
But but it turns out that this guy, this little snail, it actually preferentially feeds on certain fungi.
Okay.
And they're like, okay, that's kind of weird. Why does it have this close association with this this marsh grass, this salt marsh grass? If that's not the only thing it eats, that's not even the primary thing it eats. So it turns out that these snails are chewing holes in these salt marsh grasses. And then pooping in them. They're defecating in the holes as fertilizer. And that is allowing them to grow the fungus that they like to eat.
Huh.
So they have this close association with this salt marsh grass because it's the ideal environment for them to grow this fungus that they like to eat.
Huh. Also, while I've been platforming, I'm noticing that the edges of the pathway, they're lined with bone and viscera.
They sure are.
This is very intensely lined with viscera.
Are you kidding me?
You know what? It's 3:30. I have to put dinner in the oven real quick. I'm going to go take a break real quick. We'll be back. I'm going to go angrily use the bathroom.
That sounds good.
Beer.
I'm gonna go acquire a dinner, I think, because it's pretty late over here.
Good plan.
Alright, see you in like 10 minutes?
Yeah.
5 minutes? I don't know.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Okay.
Bye. Okay, hello. I've put. I'll probably have to pause in a couple, maybe like 10 minutes to do something for fixing up dinner, but we're back for now. Let's try this. Third time's the shot.
All had a minute to go into the screaming hole and scream for a bit.
You know, as is absolutely necessary. Hello. Ooh, two-shot.
How you just backhanded that frog.
Yeah, because I know that the law attack pushes them back a bit, and so that I make sure that it doesn't land on our platform.
No, it's absolutely the smart thing to do. It is good and correct. It's just also funny.
That is true. It absolutely is. Like a lot of things in this game. You know, we get yeeted, we get thrown, we jump around on big mushrooms. It's silly, and I very much adore it. Very much feels, you know, weird kids' adventure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll take that. I think I said that last time, too.
Yeah, you said that the first time. Okay. So I have to carefully jump off of this so that he doesn't propel himself forward with momentum. There. Fucking
Woo! We live!
I can't believe that was Get bent! Fuck you, momentum!
ついに二人は魔女の館があった場所にたどり着きました。
They had finally
怪物になっ
arrived
た
at
魔
the
女が押
witch's
しつぶし
house,
たので
or
しょうか。
so they thought.
かつての魔女の
Had she
館は
destroyed her own home?
今は見る影
It's
もない
now an
瓦礫の山に
unrecognizable
なってい
pile
ま
of rubble.
す。その破壊の跡を目で追うと、少し先に魔女の姿が見えました。
They spotted the angry witch
怒りに我を
further
忘れ
ahead, who was still
館の周りの森
rampaging
を
through
と
the
ころ構わ
forest
ず
in her monstrous
その巨
form.
体で押しつぶしています。
Tendo Choi was reporting that it was at least a Category 3. Happy 10th anniversary to Pacific Rim.
王子、どうしよう。話を聞いてくれそうな感じじゃないよ。姫は困った様子で王
What
子
do we
に問いか
do?
けます。
The princess asked nervously. I don't think she's gonna listen to us.
そうなんだ。でも大丈夫だよ。大丈夫？一体何が
It'll
大
be
丈夫な
okay,
のか。
the prince assured her.
姫はいぶか
What
し
do
げ
you
に王子を
mean?
見
The
つめま
princess
す。
looked at him.
Just like
Kimi
pointing
wa
at that is very
totemo
clearly not okay.
Things are not okay. That thing is going to level the entirety of the forest, and then
王
some.
子はこんな状況で冗談を言っているのか、それとも本気で言っているのか。
Princess, you're very
姫
strong.
には理解できず、 ただうろたえるのみです。
She still didn't understand. Was he joking or being serious? She started feeling a little panicked. Maybe a little extra panicked.
魔女の鳴り声と地響きが二人のやりとりに割り込みます。
If I get some screenshots
魔
of
女は
that.
姫と王子に気づいた様子で、明らかな敵意を二人に向
I
けて
really
近づいて
feel
き
like
ます。
more limited motion works really well
二人が
here.
森や魔女の大切なコレクションを燃やした犯人だと知って
A
いるようでし
livid
た。
roar in the shaking ground halted their conversation. The witch recognized the two and furiously advanced on them. She knew that they were the ones responsible for destroying the forest and her collection.
王子、
Wait, does Wolf have her
魔
voice
女が
back?
近づいて
Singing
くる
voice
よ。
back? Do she get her singing voice back?
姫は
Shakes
慌
the
てて
scape?
王子を連れて逃げようとします。ですが、王子は動く様子がありません。
She's getting closer to us! The princess tried to run away with the prince, but he refused to move.
姫、今の魔女は怒ってて話を聞いてくれないけど、なんとかして落ち着いたら、
The witch might listen to us
話を聞いてくれると思う。
once we calm her down, the prince explained.
落ち着くってどう
Parade on shonen protagonist rules.
ちょっとやっつけるとか。
We shall see if this works. How do
そ
we
れ
do
ができれば
that?
苦労はしないの
Maybe
で
if
す
she
が、
was knocked out. Wait,
し
what?
かし王子は強気で続けます。
This sounded easier said than done. The prince tried to coax her. Kiddo, you don't know how big that thing is.
だから、お願い姫。
Oh, I don't think there's anything wrong with his ears. Excuse me.
できるかな。
Please, just
そう言い
try
な
to
が
knock
ら
her
も
out.
姫は狼に変わり、巨
All
大な
right,
怪物に向かって血
I'll
を
give
切
it a
り
shot.
駆け出しました。
The princess transformed into the wolf and started running towards the frenzied witch. Oh, I am curious how they're gonna do a boss fight.
This is a great plan. Nothing can go wrong.
Holy shit!
Right? Look at that. You are over here. You are very small.
We're... Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's also gonna happen.
Buddy. Buddy, I can't leave you behind. I can't trust what she's gonna fucking do.
How's everybody doing? Would very much like for these small children to be okay.
Okay, I'm back. Images taken before right before disaster. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Don't know what
You
I'm
can do
gonna.
this.
Yeah.
You can do this next time. You have the right idea, you just need to move faster. You were a little bit slow last time because I don't think you quite knew what you were being expected to do.
Yeah. I saw that all. I was like, try this again. I'm sorry, bud.
But yeah, there isn't a good way to set this up ahead of time, you just have to move fast.
Okay.
Rose bullet.
Okay. I didn't know if I would be able to hit it with the position and everything.
No, you can hit it, and in fact you have to.
Okay, I wasn't sure of that. Okay.
That is fair, that is why I told you, because I
Thanks.
thought you might not know. So yeah, you have to be down there.